Okay, now we have the Brothers Grimm 101 Fairy Tales. I was obsessed with this style of books when Books A Million did them by Word Cloud Classics. You can't see, but it's like almost like a pleather material, and the words are embossed, and texturally it's just amazing. However, I've never once opened it, and gotta say bye to some. So I'm debating. I don't want to necessarily put this in my classroom library because I'm unsure, since I haven't read it, of how appropriate it is. I might put it in my classroom library and just kind of monitor it, because I don't think there's anything like not 6th grade friendly, and I only have like 1 or 2 students who might like it, but I want to at least give them the chance. So that will go in my bring to school. I have The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks by Rebecca Skloot. This is one I've had for a while. I have not had a chance to read it. I'm never giving this up until I read it, because it looks really great, and the story of it, and the advancements that her cells made, but at what cost? Medical, evolution, make things better, are never without a cost. And I think it's important that we remember that. People Kill People by Ellen Hopkins. I have no idea why I got this one. I'm so confused, because I know it's one that I purposely bought. I'm thinking it was a Book Talk influence one, and I'm gonna say goodbye to it for right now, just because I can't remember why. Okay. This one is hilarious. Will My Cat Eat My Eyeballs by Dowdy. I lost the really cool dust jacket it had. I read another book of this author's, and it was about like the history of death and dying, and like you're cremated, you're all the different ways. And so again, it like tied into that medical, historical, and I loved it. I think I'm gonna keep the Will My Cat Eat My Eyeballs. It just makes me funny to say it, because I want to finish it. I like their style of writing, and it is a interesting book. It's about, I struggle a lot with my mortality, and I think it's because I don't know what to expect. So the more that I have historical, factual information, it helps soothe that anxiety, and it's just a really cool title. So we're definitely going to keep this to read. Next up, I've got more books. I've got like 5 more piles in front of me. By piles, I mean piles. So this is going to be a lengthy video. Also, this is my first or my second video that I'm going to post to my channel. So hopefully I get better at it. If not, bear with me. Because Anthony works 24-hour and 16-hour shifts as an EMT. So my cats don't really want to talk to me. So you guys are what I have. James Patterson, Sunday at Tiffany's. What if your imaginary friend from childhood was your one true love? I have not read a lot of James Patterson. My mom loves James Patterson, and it just seems like a sweet tale. I'm going to find it very humorous if it's opposite of what I think. So I'm going to keep it just to give it a chance. Then we have... What else do we have? I'm trying to think of if any of these are organized or not. We'll just keep going. Oh, here's another good one. The Crown of Gilded Bones, Jennifer Armentrout. That goes, so it was 3 books that I got for Christmas from Anthony's sister. This one is not a shocker at all. Viruses, Plagues, and History, Past, Present, Future by Michael B.A. Oldstone. Definitely keeping it because, like I said again, I have an interest in history, viruses, plagues, immune systems, things like that. Love in the Time of Cholera by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. I know this is like a classic. People love it. It's a movie. I haven't been able to get into it, and I don't honestly think I will, because I've had this a while and I tried reading it, and it just, after a couple of pages, a couple of attempts, it just wasn't grabbing my attention, and I'm trying to be okay with abandoning books and not just sticking through it to say I read it, to add it to my list, because that's wasting my time. We have The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. Again, so sorry if I butchered these people's name. I'm trying my best. Every few decades, a book comes along that changes the lives of its readers forever. And this is one that, like, I've been told is a must read. So, and the part that I love is that I get a lot of my books through thrift books for my class, and also just personally, I have for years. Because I love when you get a book from like thrift books or like Goodwill. People, when they put post-it notes with their like thoughts or jot in the margins, I love that because it helps you it helps create connection if you're struggling with the concept of the book, but it just feels like a friend. It feels like you have a friend who is interested in the same book. I don't really have time to do book clubs, so it's nice to have a circle of people that like books. The Handbook of Forgotten Skills, Timeless Fun for a New Generation. This book is meant more for, I think, kids. I do love homesteading. I love, vintage skills, things like that. I believe my mom got me this for Christmas. And it's one of those things that I think I will never get rid of. I love it. It's a beautiful book. It has really helpful information and sentimental. I'm a mama's girl, so we of course have to keep that. This next book is one of those that you will probably have to put in the grave with me. Have I read it? No. Do I hope to read it? Yes. Did I buy it because I love the movie? And this book is beautiful. Like, I don't think I've seen a more beautiful book. Did it cost me $37? It did. I think I had a coupon though, which makes it rational. The Princess Bride. S. Morgenstern's classic tale of true love and high adventure. Anthony and I also love it, but like the movie, and we love quoting it. The illustrations in it are just, I don't think you can really see very much, but they're absolutely gorgeous. The pages, the feel, the look of it, it's just beautiful. Like, you will never be able to get rid of it if you get it, because why would you? Next up, we have Catherine the Great, Portrait of a Woman by Robert K. Massey. I got it because I am very interested in other types of history, not just viruses. And this one I got from, I want to say Goodwill maybe. But what I love about this is, for some reason, there's a newspaper article in it about the book itself from November 18th, 2011. And it kind of looks like my local newspaper, but I can't find the name on here for me to tell. But I mean, we're now in 2025. This was 2011. This is really special. And there's also a bunch of like free like bookmarks in there. So obviously, it meant something to someone who owned it. And I am still very interested in reading it. I'm going to keep it, but I think I'm going to put it on my like top of my next reads, because I need to get it donated to someone else. A Town Like Alice by Neville Shute. Never read it. I feel like it was recommended, or again, a book talk one. I'm going to keep it and read it because I think it's like an important book, but I wish I knew why I picked it up. There's a little note in here that says Marshall from Louise. So, Marshall, I hope you liked it. We'll see what I think. Next up is again on the same line of The Princess Bride. I have always loved Beauty and the Beast. I mean, book lover, Belle, where kindred spirits. This one, however, is gorgeous. Again, a book's a million. Find. But what I love about it is, in addition to the pages being gorgeous, throughout the book there's like interactive things. I think that's a letter. There's, you open it up, it's the wardrobe, like the attention to detail in this is just everything. And I am going to read it. I think I will do it probably in like a winter. This seems like a good winter book, like when it's a snowstorm and I'm not at school teaching. Next up is, thrift books. Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. I got it because I've actually never read it. It is one of those books that's recommended to read in your lifetime. And I've wanted to read it before, it just never happened. So I'm going to keep it and make sure I read it soon. This book I'm keeping purely, I don't think I'll ever get rid of this book. I love Shakespeare. I am a nerd. I love Shakespeare. I took a extracurriculum class in college that I don't think I even needed for any credits. It just was about Shakespeare. And I was like, why have a summer life when you can learn Shakespeare? I loved that class. It helped me a lot get over some severe anxiety I had in college. And as you can see, it is very well loved. I've had it, 15 years. It even smells dusty. And like, I've read through it because we studied the different plays, the different sonnets. It's huge. My goal would be like in a year span to read this whole thing, like front to back. And I don't know when I'm gonna make that happen, but I'm gonna make it happen. Like, this is all on record. I'm making it happen. Okay. Now we're like making more progress, which is great. Whew, except this is a lot of books. I'm trying to clear them so I can get the next one. The Prairie Girl's Guide to Life, How to Sew a Sampler Quilt, and 49 Other Pioneer Projects for the Modern Girl by Jennifer Warwick. Again, has some really great things in there. I will keep this forever. Oh, my back hurts from sitting like this. I still have 2 more stacks, but we are committed. We are continuing. The House of the Seven Gables by Hawthorne. This book is incredibly important to me. I had been looking for it for a while. I visited the house that inspired it, and then I went to a antique bookstore with a very dear friend who passed away a couple years ago, and I was so excited to get this copy. It's from the 1900s. It was only $10. I do want to read it, but also it just has that memory, so I think it will be one of those that I will keep for a very long time. Then we have George Orwell, Animal Farm. Haven't read it, but again, it's one of those ones that is recommended that you read in your lifetime. I don't know what this one is. It's very old. I don't know if you can see because the lighting's horrible, but it has an emboss on the front. Okay, this was a book that... Okay, this book came from my mom. My mom got it from her mom, who is deceased, but there is a note in it that has her handwriting. And it says, Lori, which is my mom, these are your pictures in book. Love, Mom. XXOO. And then on the inside of the book, it says Harry M. Kelleher, Kingston High School, And it looks like it may have been written with a fountain pen. So I know this book is old. Is it? I've actually been looking for this book. It is a book of poems. And I love it's poems of Wordsworth, Shelley, and Keats. I love poetry. I love vintage books. You literally could not ask for anything better. It's from the Gin and Company. Trying to see if there's copyright. 1912. Copyright 1912. And it's amazing. So I'm definitely gonna keep this because one, sentimental as all get out, and I just like poems. Makes me miss my grandma. Okay. Toxic charity: how churches and charities hurt those who they help and how to reverse it. This book was recommended when I went on my mission trip to the Czech Republic, teach an English Bible camp for 2 weeks. I didn't read it all. Sorry, Pastor. I meant to read it. I'm going to keep it because I think it's one of those things that you really should read, especially even if you're not doing mission work, if you're just felt called to serve the community in any way, shape, or form, it's important to remember why you're doing it and how you're doing it. Then, hi Phoebe. We have Furious Hours, Murder, Fraud, and the Last Trial of Harper Lee. I'm going to keep this because I want to read To Kill a Mockingbird, Ghost at a Watchman, and this one. And I have the really nice copies of them, so I'm going to keep them so I can read them, and then I will definitely pass them on so someone else can enjoy them. The Ghost at a Watchman was part of a really nice set at Books A Million. It comes with a themed bookmark. It also came with a book plate. And I want to say there's something else, but I can't remember. And, it was a set. The Kill a Mockingbird also came with a bookmark and a book plate. So we're going to keep those. The cats are trying to help. They're just not very great at it. We have The Story of the Nutcracker, an easy-to-read type. This I will keep. I got it when I went to see the Nutcracker last year with my mom and my aunt. And I love Christmas, and I think this is one of those Christmas classics that definitely will want to share with my kids one day. Then we have Kate Quinn, The Rose Code. Definitely going to keep this. It was on a list of historical fiction books that people love. Then we have The Last Letter from Juliet, torn apart by war. Can she find her way back to him? By Melanie Hudson. It was a Once Upon a Book Club book. 2020, I think. It was really good. I read it. Could not tell you why. I haven't passed it on yet, so I'm going to put that in the pass on tote. Then we have Running with Scissors, a memoir by Augustine Burroughs. Haven't read it. It's staying with me because it was, again, one of those you should read, and I'm going to keep it so I can read it. Charles Dickens, A Christmas Carol, that is a Puffin classic. Again, love Christmas, love vintage Christmas. Keeping it. Might even read it. We have The 12 Teas of Christmas, sharing the season with those you love, by Emily Barnes. This was one I got, I want to say Goodwill. And it's about teas, but it's also about historical Christmas. Has different recipes, for little sandwiches and stuff. It's just cute. My family loves the holidays, so definitely going to keep that. We have Poems, Emily Dickinson, a literary classic. This was a Books A Million find. I love this version of the book that they did. I love Emily Dickinson, so definitely going to keep it. Then we have Auschwitz, A New History by Lawrence Rees, How Mankind Committed the Ultimate Infamy at Auschwitz. Definitely going to be keeping this because I want to read it. And I think it's super important that we don't forget the unfortunate things that people in history do for horrible reasons, because if we don't learn from it and if we don't acknowledge it happened, it bears to be repeating. And with current things going on in the world, I think it's crucial now more than ever. The Book of Lost Names by Kristen Harmel. Again, it was on a list of historical fiction recommendations. I'm going to keep it because I'm going to read it. We have Don't Give Up, Don't Give In, Lessons from Extraordinary Life, Louis Zamparni and David Renson. I actually got this for Anthony, and I don't think I ever gave it to him because it got lost in the tote. So we're going to keep that out and put that on his book stand. We have The Memory Keeper's Daughter by Kim Edwards. I've had this for a while. I want to read it, so I'm going to keep it. Then we have The Diary of Maddie Spencer by Sandra Dallas. I think this was another historical fiction recommendation, so I'm going to keep it, read it, and see if I want to donate it after, or maybe pass it on to Anthony's sister because she likes historical fiction too. We have The Girl You Left Behind by Jojo Moyes. Again, it's a historical fiction book that was recommended that I want to read. We are almost done. There's light at the end of this tunnel. The Sisters of Auschwitz by Roxanne Van Ipperen. The true story of two Jewish sisters, resistance in the heart of Nazi territory. Gonna keep it, read it. Goes right along with that genre I like. Same with Orphan Monster Spy. She's a liar, a thief, and the Nazi's worst nightmare by Matt Killian. It is a historical fiction that is going to be kept. There's like definitely a theme here. Historical fiction with like an emphasis on Auschwitz, the Nazis, things like that. And that is my cat getting to God knows what. The Seamstress, A Memoir of Survival by Sarah Tuville Bernstein. Definitely going to keep it, read it. It looks good, and it was on the list of ones to do. What Every Board Member Needs to Know, Do and Avoid, a 1-hour guide. Andy Robinson. This was provided to me. I was on a board of directors for a historical organization. I unfortunately had to step down because I just did not have the time. I ended up moving like an hour away. It was really hard. I still volunteer and help out whenever I can. I think this is a really good book, and I'm on some other boards and might look into joining different boards in the future, so I'm going to keep this, make sure I read it so I'm better informed. Cold Turkey by Jodi Coles. How Much Chaos, Crowds, and Colorful Adventure Can One Woman Take? A novel. I want to say, I think this was a Faith Box. Maybe a Faith Box book. I don't have interest in it right now. It looks good. I'm sure it's good. It's just not what I want to put on my shelf right now. I need to be able to say goodbye to some books. I will never say goodbye to this book ever. Poetry of the Civil War. A dear friend got this for me because I love poetry. I'm interested in like the Civil War. It's just a beautiful book. Gold pages. This is the front outside of the box. I actually brought this with me when I went to Williamsburg and stopped for like an hour at one of the Gettysburg monuments, and I took a picture of the book in between some rocks. It was really cool. I love it. Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune. It was a book that was lent me or given to me by a friend. I don't think I'm interested in it right now, so I'm going to hand it off. We're down to the last 3, which is good because my back is killing me. We have The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexander Dumas. I definitely am going to keep this because I got it from like an antique store. It was once at the Mildred Stephen Williams Memorial Library in Appleton, Maine. Elena L. Young, I'm guessing, had owned it at some point. It is from... Where is it from? It doesn't have a... That's weird. I didn't think it was missing any pages, but it doesn't have a copyright page. Just go straight from the title page. to the table of contents, but it's definitely an older book. It was in a library until 2009. So I just really like it, and it's a classic that I want to read. Down to the last two books. Why do I have these two books? I think I was doing a college paper when I was thinking about getting my LSW, because I used to work in social work, and I was very interested in helping people who were victims and survivors of sex trafficking and human trafficking. So I have Take Inside the Fight to Shut Down Pornhub for child abuse, rape, and sex trafficking by Layla Mikowit. I didn't get a chance to read it because I procrastinated, of course, on my paper. And I'm still very interested in that topic and becoming more knowledgeable so I can help more against fighting it. So we're going to keep it. And last but not least, we have Tricked, My Life as a Child Sex Trafficking Survivor by Mary Frances Moe. Again, it was for the same project. I'm going to keep it and read it so I can learn more about it. I think that is the end of the 2 totes worth of books. I'm now going to try to organize them somewhat and see if I can fit them all. So thanks for hanging out with me through this very long video. That is my first or second video ever. And make sure to put in the comments what books of mine you've read, you'd recommend, and if there's any you think I should add when I eventually clear somewhere out. Have a great night, guys.